we got a new inside linebacker on the market.
Oh, who we got?
This is reported by JAnd5472. Want to give him credit.
Shout out.
Faster than Adam Schefter out here.
Hey now.
Bobby Wagner just got cut.
Big Wags. That's his own agent too, man. That's pricey. That is gonna be pricey.
You think?
He's his own agent. He don't take pay cuts. He looks at himself and he feels like he deserves a certain number. That's Bobby. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it would make sense if we're talking Levante's number.
We're not talking Levante's number. I don't think he's gonna be looking for Levante's number personally.
You think he'd just retire?
So what he just got.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah.
This thing ain't. Everyone's literally Spot Rack is crashing right now because I'm trying to click on his contract. Everyone's trying to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. What am I? So wait. Yeah, he signed this deal with the Rams. Seahawks let him go, and he signed this
because he didn't want to take a pay
This
cut.
was a 5-year, $50 million deal with the Rams. So that's not. I mean, 10 a year. So the Rams are already starting with some of their cuts. That saved them. That saved them $5 million.
I mean, it's decent, yeah.
So $10 million is the mark. Another year older. That drops to 7, right? How many years is he gonna want though? I don't want him for 3 or 4 years.
Like
1 year deal for Wagner. 1 for 7. 1 for 7.5.
Good luck. If you could get that deal graded.
Are you doing that no-brainer? You get that number?
It's weird with me, man, with Bobby. Like, I like his game a ton.
You think he's over the hill? We were talking about this a little last year because he was available.
I know.
I think he made a Pro Bowl.
That's cool.
We know what that means.
You know how I feel about it, man. It's like, it's still productive, yes. I don't know. It might be time, though, bro. Because what's the conversation we have about, like, would you rather go and move on from a person too soon versus, like, you getting that bag and you holding it a little bit too long? I feel like it's dangerous territory with him, man, right now. I don't know. I just feel like somebody's...
Still 140 tackles.
He's a tackling
2
machine.
picks.
He's a tackling machine.
6 sacks.
Tackling machine. I'm with you.
And that defense was jacked up last year. He didn't even have Aaron Donald for half the time.
Would you pay 10?
No.
Why not?
7.
It's 140, man. Tackling machine.
I wouldn't pay
man.
10 for David. I think him and David. Give me that 7 range.
Do you think Bobby Wagner and Levante David? That's what you're going with?
7ish. Give me that range.
I feel like Bobby's gonna.
Based off what they've done throughout their careers, for sure. Wagner,
more.
But I think at this point they're at a similar spot.
No, because remember what we just talked about. You was like everything that he's done as well, and you say he just came off 140. Like everything that he's done as well, and he's gonna say I also gave you 140. Yeah, man, that's gonna cost
David
more.
did have a good year last year, though.
He did. Levante David doesn't get viewed like Bobby Wagner.
I get it.
though.
I get it.
Like
I'm viewing them as the same. Now,
Right.
I feel like I'm more right in that.
I feel like you are as well. He's his own agent. I keep trying to tell you that. Kind of like Lamar Hip being his own agent. You're not gonna.
Maybe he wants to chase a ring.
I mean, yeah. Once again, then
This is the place to do it. This is the place to do it. Clutch QB on a rookie contract.
Yeah,
Nice
for
talent.
me, man. For me, I think I would. I don't know. I might. It's crazy.
Let me check to make sure this thing's
because
valid
Bobby's
too.
nice too, bro. Bobby's nice, but like I said, I'm nervous about it.
Let me make sure this actually happened,
nervous,
and I'm
bro.
just not taking.
I don't want to pay that.
Okay,
I don't
Adam
wanna pay that,
Schefter,
bro.
Bobby Wagner, and the Rams mutually agreed Thursday to part ways.
Yeah, mutually meaning, hey, are you going to take less? No, I'm not going to take less. All right, thank you for your services.
Rams
I
need more
appreciate
cap
you.
space. Wagner wants to win.
Yeah, he wants to win. / I'm not coming down off my number. That's how it goes, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I respect the heck out of it, but I'm not paying that. Not at this stage, man.
The only way 10 would make sense is a 1-year deal, and I don't know if I'm willing to do that. I don't know if I'd do that with David.
That's off. Yeah.
We got other things to worry about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're doing the 10, I think you're trying to get like a Tremaine Edmonds then.
If I'm gonna pay 10,
I don't like the long-term element of Tremaine Edmonds'
like,
possible contract though.
Because that's not gonna just sit at 10. That's the other problem. God.
Well,
He's
there's another guy in the fold.
Another
guy in the fold.
All right, so what do you think he ends up going for, though? You're going to say 7. I know you're going to say 7.
I'm saying 7 or 8. Yeah.
You know that's your number for everything, 7.
He got 10 last year. He's another year older.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to knock it down a couple mil.
Even though the productivity you said was still, I mean, on paper, on paper, it was there.
I get it. But I don't know if teams are viewing him that way, though.
He views himself that way. Once again, so we talking to a player that is representing himself, man. We
think of how teams view running backs that, oh, wow, you had these 3 or 4 great seasons. They're like, oh, damn, you have all those hits. You have all that mileage.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for me this season?
Yeah. I mean, I'm with it. I'm saying he ain't going for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I was about to say, I don't think he's going for that thing right
So, wait. You're Omar Khan. 7 mil. He says, hey, man, I like what the Steelers are doing here. Let me sign a 1-year 7.
What if I did 6? And we give you...
How are you feeling about it? You don't even... It doesn't sound like you feel great about 6.
I don't. I think that he is a dope player, but with players like Bobby, you run into history blending in with the current.
You think he's becoming Ray Lewis?
The whole time we've been talking, that's when you say, oh, he had 140 tackles. Like, boy, Ray had about 200 tackles to his last 2 seasons. What are we talking about, man?
I got to see this with the deer antler spray.
Come on, man.
The Super Bowl run.
Come on, man.
He did. He was putting up numbers.
He was a Pro Bowler that year, bro.
They were giving him hockey assists and stuff.
Man, it was foolishness, man. It was foolishness. 3 guys on the tackle. Ray come over there and touch the pal. Hey, number 52 on the tackle. I'm like, bro, what?
Okay, so his second to last year. What happened in 2012? Oh, he actually got hurt in 2012. That's how he came back for the playoff run with the deer antlers.
Yeah.
Because he only played 6 games in 2012.
Because he blew out the bicep. Yeah.
But he did have 57 tackles, so that's averaging 10 tackles a game.
Check the postseason. Check his postseason run during that time.
I will.
With the deer antler.
The year before that, 2011, this was his second to last year, he had 95 tackles in 12 games. So that's, 8-9 tackles a game right there. Let me go to the playoffs.
Good old Ray.
What do you think it is? 10 a game?
Probably something foolish, because I know when I'm watching, I'm like, Ray, you won't get in 10 a game. You won't get in 8 a game, bro.
Was that 2012 season or 2011? I think
that was.
Did he retire after that Super Bowl?
Yeah, won it and left. I thought.
That's what I thought too. So, yeah, it would be 2012, and then they played the playoffs in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13, 17, 14, and then he had 7 in the Super Bowl.
Hey, bro, what are we doing? Hey, shout out the radio, bro.
100% of the snaps he's playing.
Oh, he was, yeah.
He
went across the field, yeah. Actually, big and buck with them turf cleats on too. I was like, yo, shout out to Ray, bro. Ray don't even wear cleats anymore, man. That's how you know you big time, man. He was out there we called them the Cadillacs. It's like little little soft turf shoes. I'm like, dang, Ray, how you balling them?
He was getting less tackles in 08. Seriously, 08, 09,
All right.
10. He's getting marked as less tackles. Hell, even 2000. He was getting marked 7, 12, 7, and 5.
Okay.
I think I'd take 2000 Ray Lewis
I
over
think I would as well.
2012. That's funny.
But yeah, when I think of Bobby, I'm just be like, yo, like, it's still productive. Don't get it twisted. Like, Ray was still a good player then. But that Ray wasn't the same Ray that we know. And when I think of Bobby, when I watch him, I'm like, Bobby is still good. Bobby still makes plays. But to me, this version of Bobby is not the one that you want to pay 10 mil for, man. Or an 8 mil.
So you like Levante over him right now?
If I had to choose, I would need to watch more. I would have to like dig and like really split hairs on who I want to because of what you're spending. Bobby, obviously, we know has had the more higher end career, has crazy moments. Levante, dominant in his own regard, but viewed just slightly lower than Bobby. But when I start looking at the money, when I start looking at the health, when I start looking at how these guys specifically fit in our defense, that's the part where I'm like, I think it's definitely a little bit tougher than me just sitting right here saying, oh yeah, give me this guy with that guy. I would definitely have to like, let me see this thing. Like, how good are you every time I see a run at you? How good are you every time I run away? How many times are you making plays when you covered up? When you're not covered up, are you exclusively zone? Can you run this tempo like I need you to run? Are you a middle runner or are you a vertical hook guy? Like, I would have to go like study. I ain't studied it like that for them dudes.
From what it sounds like, you correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
What you don't like about Wagner coming in is the pomp and circumstance that'll happen. Whereas Levante David, he's flying in under the radar just naturally because that's how he's been his whole
Bobby's
career.
a good player still, right? But if you sign Bobby, you know what they're gonna say? Bro, we got the next Raylo. We got our guy.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
And then you know what's gonna happen by week 6, week 7? Y'all gonna be up here like, man, what's going on with the defense, Mo? Why the linebackers, man? Well, we got Bob. Why he ain't paying the Why ain't just doing this other stuff right here? And I'll be sitting up here like we do every year. All right, guys, listen, let's not panic. But when we talked about the tape, man, we said the tape, right? And y'all was like, yo, are you calling him wise? Y'all saying he suck? Are you hating him and all this stuff? It's like, hey, remember that conversation? This is what we were referring to, man. So out of respect, you try to talk about it nicely. That's why I come off like I'm beating around the bush a little bit. Like, you know what? Yeah, I think he did that. But it's like, as a whole, I feel like the expectations that are going to be put on him because of who he's been throughout his career versus what we're actually going to get from him is going to have us looking at that deal and having regrets, I feel.
If it's only 1 year, though, that wouldn't be the worst.
It wouldn't be the worst. I just think of how everybody turned on Josh Schobert, right? When we traded for Schobert, we loved it. It was a great move. By the end of the season, get him
we
out
didn't
of here.
give up shit for him, though. We only gave up like a 6th-round pick,
We gave
right?
him a 6th-round pick, but it was the contract, though, because you had to pay it. So it was like, all right, cool. We still loved it, but by the end of the year, it was like, hey, man, let's get another one in here. Miles Jack. Loved that for a while, right? Even now, it's kind of like, well, man, he was kind of banged up at the end of the year. Man, how confident do we feel about this? Do we need to upgrade it even more? It's only a year. We keep doing it 1 year. I just feel like we're going to run that same pattern of crazy high expectations for this next guy we bring in here. And now we asking him to do something that I personally just think is a little bit further removed for him right now.
We tried finding that franchise guy in the draft.
I
was going to say, are we the Colts with their quarterback situation?
We did it with Bush, yeah.
With the inside linebacker room. But I feel like we do still pay attention to inside linebacker. We tried to get that franchise guy.
We do.
This is the first time it hasn't worked in a while, though.
Correct. But like you said, not for
Timmons,
not for lack of
Shazier,
trying.
we had Farrier Foot.
Because like you said, we drafted Devin Bush. With everybody saying we got Bush. Man, this is Shazier. We got our answer. It didn't work out. We brought in Bostic. Hey, man, we got another one. It's going to be an answer. We can fix it out here. We're good. Mark Barron. Hey, man, we got an answer, man. This should work. We good. Avery Williamson. We brought him in. Hey, man, we feel good, man. Hey, bro, we got us one right here. Think about every single time we didn't put them expectations on these players, man. It's like, bro, within a couple of weeks, we'll be like, yo, what's
Spillane's
happening
the last
right now?
man standing.
And think about it, he's been the only one that's had the reverse. No one gave him any love, any type of respect.
No, at the beginning, everyone loved him, though.
No. He had to earn it by doing what? Sleeping Derrick Henry, getting the pick 6
that was it, though. Like, that was his instant whenever he came onto the scene. Everyone thought, let's start him over Devin Bush going forward.
But prior to that, nobody gave Robert Spillane.
I don't think anyone knew who he was, I'll be honest. At that point.
Case in point. But he had already been on the roster. That's what I'm saying. Whereas any of these other guys, as soon as they sign, we're instantly saying, oh, we're great. We're good. We got a check mark. With Bob, we're going to do that. And I just think that we're going to feel a little bit let down. That's all. Not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that. Don't put it like that. He's still a good player. But what I think we're going to be expecting is just going to be different. That's all.
We're going to be brought up, I think.
I hope not. I'm nervous.
In Bobby Wagner rumors.
We're going
to be in
not, man,
top 5
man,
teams. That should sign Bobby Wagner.
We're going to be in a rumor. You know we're going to be in a rumor. I feel like we're in all the rumors. Yeah. That's what makes the offseason fun for us.
I feel like it makes sense. It makes sense.
How much you paying them?
I told you.
You would stick with 7 and you'd be good with that?
7-ish.
Or would you say Levante, or would you just go draft?
Like I said, inside linebackers low on my priority list. It is.
Even more so why I don't want to spend that much on it then.
I'd rather do the Jalen Ramsey trade. In terms of any of these moves.
What do you think works out? What you think works out better? Believing that Spillane and Robinson can be the guys, or trying to think.
Wagner just coming in and being good. I think it's equal, actually.
You think both of them? Okay.
I think it's like pretty equal.
Okay.
That's the spot we're in. I feel like this
like,
offseason. I feel like we could do anything as long as we're smart about it.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
Because I think it just depends on how confident you are in Robert Spillane and Mark Robinson. If you're confident that they can come in and truly be our guys, then you don't need to worry about Bobby Wagner or any of these other dudes. If you got any type of hesitancy, any type of questioning, though, then I think you do go out there and spend, whether it's a Bobby Wagner or whether it's a Levante David, whether it's a Tremaine Edmonds. I just think that that's the approach with it, though. You have to know, like, I feel really good because once you make the decision that you're rolling with those two guys, we can't get to week 4 and it's not looking like we wanted it to look. And now we over here talking about, hey, man, let's go find somebody. We could trade for somebody at the trade deadline. Like, we got to do something. Like, it's kind of hard to make those type of moves then, especially at that inside linebacker spot. You know what I mean? But without going for like a Roquan Smith type where you just breaking the bank middle of the year. But that's a little bit of that gray area that we potentially flirt with. I'm still in my mind thinking to myself, okay, if I'm believing Nate Kenny is this guy and we're really going to try to make a run for it, do I want to potentially run the risk of wasting a year because I cut a corner? That's my big dilemma right now, because once we commit to Kenny 4 years and we pay him, all that goes out the window. Now we stuck with what we stuck with. I'm just in that phase of, okay, who's worth getting spent on? We really like the Jalen Ramsey part. Really like that. This inside linebacker part is intriguing as well, but I don't know if I would break the bank in there versus spending on a corner or even spending on an offensive lineman.
I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Whenever I say, like, okay, Mark Robinson and Spillane, I feel like it'd be equal to a Bobby Wagner, because I feel like if you bring in a Bobby Wagner, you might not be able to address something else.
Correct.
Whereas if you roll with Spillane or Robinson, just due to the fact that we're going to be able to have better pieces around them, I think we'll be fine.
You can offset it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather
like
do
better
that.
Team, maybe average inside linebacker versus dominant inside linebacker, but now we got a whole
we missing corner, or we missing D-tackle or something.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
But we got a lot of resources in the draft, too. Mm-hmm. I honestly feel like the smartest play is not doing any of these splash moves. The more I think of it, it's either Jalen Ramsey. Dude, the Jalen Ramsey one, I'd obviously be fine with that. But everything else, bring back the guys in house. Have a nice draft. Like, it doesn't have to be that deep. Like, bring back Cam Sutton, draft a Gonzalez, draft an Ika maybe, draft a lineman or whatever.
But you got to hit on your picks. You got to hit on them.
Yeah, because we got 3 in the top 50. Then you got your third rounder. We could maybe draft the receiver there. Mm-hmm. Now, that's even outside of my plan to draft Jordan Addison in the first round. But still, either or, we'd be all right.
I mean, I ain't against it. I'm down for whatever though. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun.
I feel like it's the smartest play. Like, the more I just really think about it, I'm like, dude, just bring back Ogunjobi, bring back Sutton, figure out this Highsmith extension, bring back Terrell Edmonds and Casey, whatever. Mm-hmm. We're kind of good there. And then we got these draft picks. Offense is pretty much set. You can talk about wide receiver 3. I don't think we got to do anything crazy. The Jalen Ramsey trade, sure. Fine with that.
But this also means that our draft picks have to hit. Like, we can't miss.
No. I actually don't think you have to hit, because if you're bringing back an Ogunjobi, you already got him, Hayward, Highsmith, and Watt.
Okay.
You bring back a Cam Sutton, so you have him, Levi Wallace, and then your 2 safeties, Edmonds and Minka. You got Jack, and then your Robinson split. Okay. I think that's still a good defense.
No, it's still a good defense.
But then you're combining Christian Gonzalez or one of these corners you're drafting.
They're going to be playing, whoever the corner is going to be playing a significant amount of snaps. That's why I said we got to hit.
I get what you're saying.
That's a big role.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess what I was thinking is, if it isn't working out, you could still get away with Cam Sutton and Levi Wallace on the outside. Okay. It would suck, though. You're right. If you're drafting a first rounder, you're expecting, you're going to be our outside guy. We'll probably bump Cam Sutton on the inside, maybe a little bit. But with how we've been playing defense, a lot of this stuff is fluid with the flexibility. Like, sometimes we'll just have Cam Sutton and Wallace out there. Maybe you'd have Gonzalez sitting out. But then the next 2 series, it's Gonzalez the whole time on the outside. And then you'd have Cam Sutton and Levi mixing and matching. And then you'd have all 3 out there. I think that's a smart play. I think trading for Ramsey is a smart play too.
I feel like he's the one splash move that if we were gonna make one, I would rather be him. Other than that,
I'm with you.
I'm cool with us almost just
No
going
Mike Evans.
Like it doesn't
No
have to be
Luan.
like a crazy signing. Like I'm good with just a quality veteran or a quality like whether it's a guy that we think can come in here and push for starter minutes or a guy that's gonna boost our depth. I'm cool with those, but yeah, we don't have to break the bank per se.
Now, that's all my priorities. If we can get all that done and somehow we still have $5 or $6 mil just
Different
chilling there,
conversation, yeah.
all right, bringing in Levante David. That's cool. That's house money then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm completely fine with that. Or, someone brought up Nate Davis. Can we get him
he's
in
another
here
one.
for
Yeah.
some type of valuable deal? Just as some competition for Dotson, whatever.
I mean, Dr. Larea is with you. Dr. Larea simply said running back with the squad, all caps.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we all in the same, because that's the thing we said even when the season ended. We said, well, we felt good about our roster. We just said we got little tweaks that we want to make, but as a whole, we feel good. Like we're not looking at this team saying, yo, we got 30 holes, we got this, and that. It's like, nah, we're pretty buttoned up. We're young, we're developing, but we don't have necessarily big gaping holes right now.